Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by special guest Reggie Smooth as Butter Brown. For over 3 decades, he's been representing Milwaukee. His energy has vibrated through those airways on V100. I reached out, and we got an answer. As much as that is, you know, I look up to this man, and I'm honored to say today we got him here with us. So without further ado, how you doing, Reggie?
Man, I'm blessed, man. How you feel?
I'm doing good, man.
Good. Is this the studio where Harry Glenberg was, man?
No. That was actually in his office.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
man. So no
man.
diamonds around anywhere?
No diamonds around.
Oh, man. Man,
Oh, man. Yeah, Harry is actually married to my cousin.
Really? Okay.
So, yeah, when he did that interview with me,
Yeah.
it was a blessing. You know, it was awesome.
Good dude,
Family
man.
being able. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He's always extended. He actually got me the Hupie and Abraham
Oh, really?
interview that I did.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's been a journey through these interviews, and
It's good.
having people like Harry has been a definite help.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But
It's all good.
honor you, V100.
Woo.
V100.
Yes.
I've been listening since I was a kid and always wondered what you look like. Heard your voice, but now I could put the face.
You thought I
to
was
the
tall
voice.
with a beard and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Smooth as butter. Here I am.
All right. Well, other than that, how you been?
Good, man. You know, I'm still out here on these streets doing these clubs and everything, parties and commercials all over the U.S., but I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'll say it like this. You know, I look up to everything you've done for the community.
Thank you.
And I'm really honored for you to step onto the platform.
That's all good. I appreciate you, man.
All right, let's jump into it, man.
Let's go.
So, where were you born? Where are you from?
I was born in Goldsboro, North Carolina, man. I'm a country boy.
Okay.
On the farm, I was driving big trucks when I was 11, 12 years old, big trucks of tobacco. Because we grew up on a farm and we had a tobacco plant as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I grew up in the summer. In like the early 70s, we moved here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mother and father met at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base
Wow.
in Goldsboro, North Carolina. So we moved here, and I've been here since I was like 2nd, 3rd grade.
Okay.
Yep. So grew up in Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. It's my city now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everyone always, says, "Oh, Milwaukee's small," but we're really not. I mean, it's a bigger city than you think.
It sure is. It sure is. I've been in the game a long time. I'm still meeting new people who's been here forever. So.
Yeah. How was your upbringing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I grew up. Excuse me. I grew up on 6th and Keith back in the day. Then we moved to the east side, Fratney, between Monarchy and Wright on Fratney. Went to Riverside, Franklin Pierce. Riverside was my school. In the senior year, MPS, strangely enough, had schools with specialties. So if you maintain a B average or better in your senior year, you can go to a certain school with a specialty. Washington had computers. North Division, my dentist went to North Division. That's a school for dentistry. And Riverside was business. But John Marshall High School was for broadcasting, radio and television.
Yeah.
So in my senior year, I went to Marshall in the morning and Riverside in the afternoon. And that's how I picked up all my skills, man.
Are you so you could have, man?
Yeah. So I was on the radio in high school.
That is fire.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did all the parties, man. I just love music and love radio. And one teacher said, "Hey, this guy's good." The next teacher said, "Let's hire him." And so and so and so. So they were taking me out of school to do noon-hour dances at other schools. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
I never went to my prom. I was the DJ at my prom, and a bunch of other proms coming up.
That's how you know when it's litty.
Yeah, I know. I did take dates though. I did take dates. You
just
sit right here.
flexed.
You sit right here, baby. Let me do my thing. Yeah. So. But came up in Milwaukee, did my thing. I went to school to to college, and then when I got out of college, I went to. I came back home. I was a film major. Film was my thing. Working in the industry. I used to work for this company called Moynihan and Associates, and I was the boom operator. So I was the guy on the end of one of these things right
that holds
here.
the arm, yeah.
Yeah, but I was on a big Mo Richards, big boy, working it. So that was good money back in the day. So a guy heard me in the club because I was a club DJ too, asked me if I wanted to be on radio. And the rest is history. I've been here, Chicago, St. Louis, back to Milwaukee. So here I am. I've been back home since November 2nd, 1998.
Wow.
Been on V100. So you were a kid then. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was in the third grade. So 98?
Really? 98? Okay.
Yeah, third grade.
Yep.
I had just moved to South Milwaukee.
Really?
From Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little suburb between Cudahy and Oak Creek.
There you go. I was coming back from St. Louis. I worked in Chicago twice. I did 2 tenures in Chicago. Yeah. And I went to St. Louis for 8 months. The money was great at this station, but I was the voice of this one station. And, the drops you hear in between, Magic 105, where hip-hop I did all of that. So, but I was lonely. The money was great, but I was lonely. I didn't know anybody.
Wow.
So I got the call 3 times to come back here, and the third time I just said, I'll come back to Milwaukee. So
and look at that, man.
Here I am with you right now.
Airways, man.
Yes, holding it down, yeah.
Yeah, so who were some influences you looked up to growing up?
Ooh, man, when I was in high school, junior high, there was this guy on the radio. His name was Dr. Bob.
Okay.
And he wore a doctor suit and everything, at appearances and everything. And he was rapping before rap existed. He would say like, I'm a chick chaser and a money waster from Whitefish Bay to Cudahy. You can hear some of his stuff online.
Really?
He was great. They even buried him in his doctor suit.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
We got to do this.
Yeah, man, for real.
Give him his flowers real quick.
Yes. Let me see. Steve Haywood, who moved to Atlanta before the South took over. He was a part of Atlanta blowing up.
Yeah.
Steve Haywood, Jerry Smokin' B, those are my idols. Steve got there. Everybody in the industry that started out in Atlanta rap, they know Steve, and he has plaques from all of them because he put them on the map, But those, he's from here. Yeah. He went to MATC. Now he owns about 6 stations, 6 radio stations. 2 in Atlanta, his biggest stations in Charlotte. Down south, he's all over the place.
Man,
from here.
If you plant that seed and you water it right, that's the pure definition. Now look at them, 6 studios in, and man, the numbers keep coming in. Why not?
I know. So those are some of my idols coming up in the mill. Yeah.
Why is music such a passion for you?
Because it is, man. It's a getaway for me. Music, I love all types of music. And growing up in North Carolina, I used to hear everything from rock. You'd be surprised what I listened to. Yeah. From rock to reggae to country to salsa, merengue, all of it. I listen to everything, man. I was born into hip-hop. Yeah. Someone asked me what is my favorite hip-hop song of all time. And I got to say Rapper's Delight, because when I was in 8th grade, there was a station here called Disco 99.
Okay.
And they had the best signal. And my grandmother bought me a boombox. Now, it was this big with 1 speaker on it and a cassette deck. And I used to record that song all the time, the Sugar Hill Gang. Man, Rapper's Delight, that was the song. So that's my favorite song, hip-hop song, to get, to kick off. Oh,
definitely.
This. So I was born into this game. So music is a love for me, man.
My range of music, too, Yeah. It from Spanish all the way to country, rock, hip-hop. I write music, so, that's one of the passions that's more on the background. I did have a stint where I did, it was back in 2016 where I dropped a couple tracks.
Really?
Me and a buddy, we went to high school together, and for years, didn't hear of him, and then all of a sudden we ran into each other. I showed him some of my work, and he was like, "Okay, let's put it down." And we made it work. And then I put about 5-6 tracks, and then he ended up moving. But man, what he provided me with to be able to express that part of me, it was good. It was refreshing. But
It's
yeah,
good.
I owe that to just like the diversity in the music I like to hear, because I mean, from all different walks of life, you could take little pieces
Right.
of that and put it together.
That's
But I
right.
love music. Music's therapy.
That's good. I was a rapper too, man. In my room and in the shower. You know, I never put nothing out or anything. You know, I played in bands. You know, I played in the Rolling Stones. You know, in my room, Kool and the Gang, all of them.
Oh,
I
definitely.
played trumpet and bass back in the day, and drums too. So
My mom used to have a 98.3 blasting. Of course, Sundays, Spanish music when she cleaning the house.
There you
Mark
go.
Anthony, Hector Lavoe,
Yeah,
the
woo,
whole,
man,
all the oldies. But
me tengo que ir. Hey, yeah.
there you go, bro.
Oh yeah.
But it's yeah, man, gotta love music.
Yeah.
So when was it? Because you said you were in high school.
Yeah.
Doing DJing, dances. You were also, different schools. When did you know that radio was a career path you wanted to pursue?
Well, when I got out of college, and when I got out, I was working for a film production company, Moynihan and Associates. And that's where the money was, working 12 hours a day. I was getting checks for $750 a week.
Oh, wow.
So I had a Jaguar, I had some everything, motorcycle, van, everything.
Yeah.
But when I got to Chicago, Uncle Sam hit me in the stomach. He said, "You pay your taxes. You were getting $750 a week. Give me my money."
Yeah.
And he hit me hard. That's another story. But I was also doing clubs because I was a DJ serving up the songs, and everything. And there was a guy, his name is Jimmy Smith. He came to the club that I was at, Sonny's on Broadway, and he heard me in the club, and he said, "Hey, come to the station, Hot 102, and do a drop for me. Hi, this is Reggie Brown, and you're listening to my guy, Doc Jones, in the morning. You're listening to Hot 102.
Yeah.
And I did that, and he heard me. He said, "Hey, you sound good. You want to work here?" I said, "I used to work here before." He said, "Come on, get this job." So the club owner said, yeah, it'd be good for the club. It was $7 an hour,
Yeah.
So I would do a 4-hour shift. That's $20, not minus in taxes. That's $28, not minus in taxes. But anyway, I did it. And that guy, Jimmy, went to Chicago. He became the program director of the year, went to a station called WGCI in Chicago.
Okay.
He was leaving a party for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis at Flight Time Studios, driving through Milwaukee, headed back to Chicago, heard me on the radio. He said, "Let me see if Reggie wants to come up to Chicago and work on weekends." And I said, "No, man, I don't deal with Chicago. No, Milwaukee's a big city, So he said, "Just do it. It'll help your career." So I did. I was still working film. And then I worked there 3 months part-time. And he asked me, "You want to work full-time, nights, 6 to 10?
So that was your break.
That was my break.
Ooh, boy.
And I said, you know what? I declined at first.
Wow.
I declined at first because I'm a film dude.
Yeah.
So he broke it down. "How many hours a day are you working for this film production company?" I said, "Man, from 8 to 12, 8 to 12 hours a day." He said, "All I need you is for 4 hours." He said, "How much are you making?" I said, "Oh, man, I'm getting like $750 a week." So he did the math. He said, "I'm going to pay you this." And he wrote for 4 hours. And he wrote down $65,000. And I said, "Is that a lot?" So I asked my father. He said, "Boy, if you don't take that money, I'm kicking you out the house."
Yeah.
And I did it. I got rid of my job, my film job, and I did it. And I was in heaven. I was lonely at first in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
But so I was so lonely. My grandmother went to church with Oprah's mom, and I asked Oprah's mom see if she can get me a job working for Oprah, because I was there 6 to 10 at night. During the day, I didn't know anybody in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm at the crib watching soap operas before I go to work, and then I got the job. I was Oprah's floor director.
Yeah.
I met this lady, Mickey Sadoff. She's the lady that started Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
Okay.
I met the actor Tom Selleck. Then on the third day that I was there, on Friday, she didn't record on Fridays. It was break. So I'm at lunch, and a girl says, because my name in Chicago was Jammin Dave Michaels.
Jammin Dave Michaels.
Nobody knew me outside of my jobs as Reggie Brown. So a girl, she said, there's some guy on the phone. His name is Marv Dyson. He wants to talk to you. I said, how do you know I was here? I don't know. So he put him through it. And that was the general manager of GCI. He said, what are you doing working for Harpo? I was like, I'm a film major and I need something to do during my time. So from 8 to 5, I work for Oprah, walk around the corner to the radio station and be on the air at 6. He said, no. We'll get stuff for you during the day. You'll visit schools and stuff. So point blank, it's either Harpo or Gannett. That was the name of the company. So I said Gannett, and it worked out for the best.
It did.
It worked out for the best. I'm glad he made that move on me.
Yeah.
But it really worked out for the best. So
it seems like, you're on your path.
Yeah.
And everything falls into place. That's how I feel at the point I'm at. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, with this started off as a vision.
Right.
And just trying to change just take a different approach, Mm-hmm. And where it's led is getting these interviews with people like you, but like all walks. I think I'm at 26, 27 already.
Oh, that's good.
So it's just like, but in that journey, the thing that tells me that it's I'm on the right path is that everything just keeps falling in place.
That's good. Stay on it, man. You got to stay on the path.
I'm going to try.
Next thing you know, you'll be on CNN.
CNN, baby.
What's going on somewhere doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
That's all good.
So how would you define your work ethic?
Oof, man. I'm a perfectionist. Point blank and simple. I gotta have it done right, whatever I do. I'm in the studio. It might take somebody, one of my coworkers, my colleagues at work, 10 minutes to do a commercial. But I'm putting 30 minutes in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want it done perfect,
Yeah.
I do commercials for a lot of other stations around the U.S. Like Shaq, every year he has this big Halloween party in Phoenix because he played in Phoenix. And he always calls me to do his commercials.
There you go.
And it might take me maybe an hour and a half to do a 30-second commercial because it has to be done right.
It has to.
So, and I'll listen to it over and over like it's a song.
Yeah.
Let me change this. Let me put this effect on this. So I'm a perfectionist. I got to have it right.
I like, with the platform I got going, like, I'm all about quality.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as long as someone's listening and someone's watching,
right.
When they do watch or they do listen, I want them to have that quality.
Yeah.
So I can understand why you do that because, man, I be in my head, man. There's a roller coaster. It's waves, dude, man.
You're right.
Before I actually get the get it down. But
yeah, I'm on a hip hop station too, and people ask me, "Why are you still in the clubs? You don't need them." I don't need them. The money's good, but like a boxer, you got to stay in shape.
Yep.
You got to know your surroundings. You got to know the music. I don't want to be the guy that's on the radio that doesn't go to clubs.
Yeah.
So I'm in the clubs 3 to 4 nights a week working. I don't go just to watch, unless it's someone's birthday that I know. But I go in there and work. So I DJ 2 nights a week and I host the other 2 nights.
Man, the way I see it, man, it seems like you always working, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm out here, man. I'm always doing it. Yep.
What motivates that? What's the ambition? Like all that, just like because it's a lot of hours, man.
I know. Just to be in shape. If I'm not working, I'm at home playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Period. Because that relaxes me.
Yep.
Call of Duty relaxes me. It really does. My phone. I play late night too. So
hey man, during that pandemic.
Oh man. Come on now.
My wife could tell you I was.
Yes.
And this is I quit drinking, but this is before I quit drinking. I'm in that pandemic. Got a Heineken, and I got my cousins from New York. Because I'm from the South Bronx.
Really? Okay.
Like I was born in the South Bronx, and then we moved here when I was 6 months. But with my cousins. Man, up until like 2, 3 in the morning.
2, 3, that's early, man. That's lunchtime for me. 2, 3. I sign on around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
there you go.
I'm in a clan and everything, man.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, I never. Well, one guy from New York, I met him. His name is Breezy. But it's other guys, I only know them by their voice. I never seen them. And there's 12 of us in this clan. And during the pandemic, my fingers had blisters, man. Bought new controllers and everything, man. My fingers had blisters. Call of Duty is the only game I play. Working it for iHeart, they send us all the games. They send us Madden. They send us the soccer game, the baseball game, the NBA 2K. All I have to do is get the game, take a picture, put it on my social media, and that's it.
Hey, well, I'll be contacting you.
Yeah, I don't play those games though. They never send me Call of Duty. I want Call of Duty, so I gotta go buy Call of Duty, all the extras, all the perks. I'm the Call of Duty dude. That's all I play. And I'm a camper too.
That's right.
People hate campers.
Snipe.
I got the big LMG, and when you run slow. So I'm an easy target to kill. So people get mad. Why are you camping, bro? Why are you camping? Because you got to work to kill me.
You got to work.
You got to earn your kills. So, and I win sometimes too. I get my 30 kills. I play free for all. So but I get my 30 kills. So that big LMG, I'm running around like this, and everybody else running real fast. I'm an easy target. By the time I raise my gun, you done moved out the way, put your gun up, and shot me. So I camp. I'm high. I'm shooting in the ankles.
There you go.
Pow.
So that's one of the ways you keep yourself relaxed, motivated, and man, what other things you
I swim. I play instruments too. I just bought a new it's called the Akai 61 keyboard, so I'm into that now. I might practice DJing a little bit. I bought this new Pioneer Flex 10 controller. I just got in the mail, so I'm working with that. But at home, I'm a homebody. I like to watch TV too, so
I think that's important. You got to be able to separate, the job from life and find that, doing what you ultimately want to do, because you shouldn't box yourself into a cage or a prison type,
Yeah.
But
2024, I got a big thing for Milwaukee. Get ready. It's going to be major. You're going to hear about it.
Okay.
You're hearing it first right here. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have a new business. It's not a club or anything, or restaurant or anything, but get ready.
Get ready, people.
Yes,
you hear this?
Ready.
You heard it here first.
That's right. Hey, there it is. Yes.
So with radio, what are some pros, cons? Because you've been in the business over 3 decades, man.
Ooh, yeah. Well, let me tell you about Chicago. So my real name is Reggie Brown. That's my real name.
Yeah.
But I had an alias in Chicago, Jammin Dave Michaels.
Yep.
And the people in Chicago are a little aggressive, especially when I got there. They want to meet the new guy. They want to see who he is. And, girl, I heard he lives in this apartment complex. Yeah, so one incident I had where some girls, they were just some young girls.
Yeah.
They came to my apartment complex because they saw my car.
Okay.
And they just knew I lived there. And the place where I stayed had everybody's name on the boxes.
Yep.
You know? So they were looking for Jammin Dave Michaels. But my name is Reggie
Brown.
And it's on the box. So I'm in my crib watching them on camera. I was on the 15th floor. I could see the girls pull up and be around my car and look in. I'm like, what the heck? So, but I was watching them on my cameras.
Yeah.
And then I got on the mic and said, hey, what are you guys doing? Who are you looking for? Does Jammin Dave live here? I don't know who that is. Okay. So, but that's one thing, privacy. I love my privacy though.
Yeah.
But like my guy, one of my mentors, Tom Joyner, he told me, if you're going to be in this business, you got to, take it as it is. You got to kiss the ugly babies and hug the ugly women. You got to do all of that. You're going to be in it, you're in it. You never know. So, and I'm an open guy. I'm a free guy. I give them love. I give everybody love because they made me who I am. So, it's like that. Yeah. So
I've loved this whole journey. Like I said, I've met people all different walks of life and heard all different type of stories, and it's an appreciation when you really look back and you start reflecting on like what's being built out of these experiences.
Right.
Just the wisdom you walk away with, knowing that this is a love for the city.
Yeah.
This is something that you're working towards that you actually love.
Yep. Yep. So one of the pros are just I get to go to all the shows. I don't really work. I don't work.
Yeah, man.
Once it becomes work, I'm out. I'm gone. So I'm having fun. Going to all the concerts and everything.
Yeah.
Future was just here.
Yeah.
Here I am in a suite and up front and just living the life, eating good, drinking good.
I bet, man.
Yeah, it's hard work, man.
When you told me that,
Yeah.
when you told me that, I'm like, dang, he's getting to be up there, and Future brought quite a load of names with him.
He sure did too. I was taking pictures. I took about 100 pictures with people, man, that night.
Well, man,
crazy.
Talking about that, these concerts you go to, you also do interviews yourself.
Oh yeah.
So, what are some respected names that through the years of your career coming up is, Smooth as Butter Brown or Michaels in Chicago?
Yeah. I've interviewed President Barack Obama.
There you go.
Eddie Murphy, Michael Jordan, Spike Lee. Spike Lee and Michael Jordan together in Chicago.
Get out of here.
So many folks, man. So many folks. Biggie, of course. Biggie was on my morning show in Chicago real quick.
You interviewed Biggie?
Yeah, I got pictures with Biggie too. We're going to post those.
Oh, my God, bro.
So Biggie came early in the morning. He came with Junior Mafia.
Yeah.
And I'm interviewing him, and there's 3 chairs. So my partner, Melly Mel, she's in one of the chairs. She's in the chair on the end. Little Kim is in the chair on the wall. And Biggie sat in the middle. But it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
And he had a gas problem.
Oof.
And he was like, I couldn't smell anything. I'm across the room.
Yeah.
But little Kim was sitting next to him. And she was like, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. So she wasn't budging. But my partner had to get up and run, So it was crazy. But Biggie was a good interview, man. Of Tupac and my guy Khalil Kane. I interviewed them in Chicago. We ordered some food from Bennigan's.
Bro, you the GOAT right now, dog. You over here talking about some goats, and you over here calmly saying, I did Tupac and Biggie. Man.
Tupac was on the rise. They just put out this movie. It was called Juice.
Juice
was the movie. So there you go. They came to the radio station. My boss sitting there, James Alexander, Jimmy Wonder, the Ball of Thunder. He was getting some Portuguese lessons, and he was about to leave, and he came back to the studio because I was doing nights at GCI. He said, hey, it's a guy named Tupac and Khalil Kane. They're in a new movie. You want to interview him? I said, I don't know Khalil, but Tupac was his name because he called him Tupac. Yeah. He said, Tupac is in the group Digital Underground, so they can come on up.
Yeah.
They just flew to Chicago to promote the movie. It was just them two.
Yeah.
And they were hitting up radio stations. Nobody would interview them. So I said, let them come on up. We did the top 8 at 8. We ordered some food from Bennigan's and everything.
Yeah.
And good interview. I got the pictures to prove it. As a matter of fact, you should be showing them right now.
I will. But, it'll get up there,
I got you. They're on my phone. I got receipts on my phone. But yeah, man, I've interviewed. I'm just blessed.
Yeah,
I'm really blessed to be able to interview some of these folks and meet these folks and go to these shows.
Man.
So
and that, like, again, experience and just the wisdom. These greats. They ain't with us no more, but I mean the impact they've made even after.
Right.
Unforgettable legends.
Yeah, I came up in Chicago the right time during the Bulls era.
Yeah.
All of their championships.
That's what I was gonna say. Michael Jordan too, man.
Yeah.
How was he as a person?
He's cool.
I heard he likes to smoke a lot of cigars.
Well, not back then. I never really at the championship rallies, of course. But he's a vodka and cranberry drinker.
Okay.
Just imagine what someone like him goes through. Every day. Am I going to get your autograph? Can I get your autograph? I
believe that.
Day. So he's a cool dude, real cool dude. When I first met him, actually, it was in Milwaukee. It was in Milwaukee at this club, Sonny's on Broadway. He was young. And he came to the club. He put out the Jordan 3s. And funny enough, just the other day, my grandson, who's 5 years old, he had the Jordan 3s on, and it hit a nerve. They were the white ones with the red on them.
Yeah.
So I'm at this club. It's the end of the night, and it's raining like crazy outside. And but the club is packed. And Jordan's in the building. He's with Stedman Graham, Oprah's guy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So, and some other players, and some Bucks players too. So I said, Mike, I got your shoes on, man. I'm on the mic. I'm putting them on the spot. And I'm on a stage. You know, I came down from the DJ booth to get on stage. And I said, can I get an autograph? So I give him a ballpoint pen. And I'm standing there, and he's on the dance floor. And he signs my shoe. My stupid self wore the shoe, kept wearing it.
Yeah.
I should have took it off.
You should have plaqued that.
But I do have one Jordan shoe that he played in. It was the last game at Chicago Stadium. He owed me a pair of shoes, and he owed this concession stand worker, who was an elderly lady at the time, a pair of shoes. So he split them up, and he gave her the left one. I have the right one.
Okay.
So, and just a pair of shoes went for like $1.3 million the other day. I was like, what? But I just have one. So he signed it and everything.
Look at you, you a millionaire right now.
I don't know about all that. I think you got to have both of them, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You have to have the set.
So I have it in this box, and the lady, I have her name in the shoe.
Yep.
Now, this was 30 years ago, and she was like 70 then. So
I was about to say, so we got to start making them phone calls.
I did. Her number's disconnected. It's been disconnected. So, man. I've been looking for her up on social media, but she should be about 100 years old now. She's still alive, God willing. So,
yeah.
I don't know, but
man.
Yeah.
So how's Jaquan doing?
Jaquan is crazy, wild, flamboyant. He's doing good. He is doing just great.
Yeah.
Crazy. He is quick. He doesn't hold back for anything.
Hey, man, we hear it through the airways, man.
If something's wrong, he'll mention it. If anything, Jaquan is Jaquan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I love it. I always love the conversations, the whole gossip.
He adds spice to the show.
Oh, definitely. I think he's one of those points where it's like, we got to hear what he has to say.
Most listened to time of the day.
Yeah.
On our station.
Singing
with Jaquan. 348. Crazy.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've done interviews. You do the concerts. Mm-hmm. And those are definitely, moments that stand out. But what are highlights of accomplishments or being recognized as far as going through your career?
I got the key to the city in Chicago. Haven't got it here yet.
See, look at this, man. How is this even possible right now?
I know. I don't trip on it, but someone told me a long time ago, Jimmy Smith, the guy that got me in Chicago.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't have a picture of it, it didn't happen. A picture or a video, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So people trip on my pictures. And sometimes, hey, man, you're just showing off, man. I'm just showing you what I've done and what I've been through. The people that I take pictures with, they're regular people, just like me and you. So I got pictures with some of everybody. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I like going into the schools. Now, I got my career through MPS, Milwaukee Public Schools. So I feel like I owe MPS a lot. Yeah. So when a teacher asks me to come to their school and talk to the kids, I don't charge them. They ask me to do a dance, hire a DJ, I'll show up for free. Yeah. So I love MPS, and I thank them so much for what they've done for me.
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes and Mr. K at John Marshall, those were my teachers. I learned a lot through them, and look at where I am now. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Man, that right there, that brings me to my next question. Mm-hmm. What ways do you work with the community? You work with MPS. You just stated like, hey, you're going into schools doing the whole DJing for free. You know?
Yeah, anything I can, anything I could do to support. I love my city. I love my city.
Oh, it shows. It shows. I see that, man.
Oh yeah,
it was one of the biggest things of, that when I join up with my team and we're looking, for guests to come on. That's the biggest thing. It's like, how involved are you with your community?
Yep, I love to go to anything that's going on, rallies or anything. You know, I love to look out for my people here in the city, no matter what it is. I was with Fat Joe years ago.
Lean back.
in the Puerto Rican parade.
Okay.
They do. And
you got a little spice to you, bro? You bring it on?
Yeah. My guy, he said, they know you here, Reg. They know you here. I said, dude, I've been on the radio forever.
Yeah.
Just him saying that, Reg, they know. I'm riding in the car with him. I'm in the front seat. He's in the back, sitting on the back. They know you here, Reg. They know you. That's my Fat Joe impression.
That's one of those moments you just gotta be like, wepa.
Yeah. yes. It's all good. But I love my city, man. I love Milwaukee. Yeah.
What are you're a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in what ways do you try to make the utmost impact with your position?
Good question. People say that radio jocks are a dying breed. No, they're not. Okay. No, they're not. As a matter of fact, I was the end of 2017, my contract ended, and I was gonna go back to Chicago. I got an offer to go to the station in Chicago.
Oh wow.
And I turned it down. For family reasons, because I love my family. I want to be around them more. But the money was triple the money.
That's called loyalty.
Yeah.
That's called loyalty.
I turned it down. But, and my general manager at the time, she's like, there's no one, we don't have anyone to take your place, which sort of hit me in the gut. So I like to teach the up and coming folks that want to do what I do, because people think my job is easy.
Not at all.
No, it's not. It sounds easy because I'm used to it, but I like to take people in and show them what I do so they'll get an understanding. And I talk to them. These kids can call me. They want to be me, you know, because I was like that one day. I did internships and everything, and I tell these kids to see if they can get an internship somewhere. It doesn't matter what kind of station, what kind of music that they play. Just get your foot in. You know, you'll never know. Because I got in. I was so lucky. I was an intern. I was an intern at a station. And my job was to get the jock donuts, to clean up the studio, to wash his car. To get him donuts and coffee. That was my job. I wasn't even allowed in the studio where he was as an intern. I wasn't even allowed to go in there.
Wow.
But he let me come in and sit and see what he did. So he was a DJ that was on the air, that did parties at night.
Yep.
And was late to work the next day because he had to be on at 8. And I had to be there with all his stuff all set up already. So he kept being late. And back then, we played physical records. Yeah. No computer. No, computer didn't exist. The calculator was the computer. That was
Can you believe where we're at?
I know.
With technology,
it's
man.
Crazy. So he kept being late, but I was there. I caught the bus from the east side to 128th and Blue Mile. Okay. You know how long that would take?
Oh,
to get up?
I did my fair share of the green limo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So he just kept being late, and the big boss would call, hey, man, do you know how to run that board? Wow. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next thing you know, his shift is my shift.
Okay.
And he came on after me. So that's how it worked out. That's how I got my foot in the door. So you get these kids these days, they just want to go right to the top. They just want to go right to the microwave babies is what I call them. They want to go right to the top. Yeah. So you got to learn the game. Stay in it, learn this game, learn what we do, and it's all good.
Who would you say? Because I'm it's kind of backtracks to the beginning of the interview because I asked influences. Yeah. But more the mentors of who really invested their time to help you basically structure your craft.
This one guy that stands out. His name is Jerry Smokin' B. Okay. Jerry Smokin' B. He's with Steve Haywood. He's the engineer for some of Steve's stations. He's on the air too. But he took his time to tell me stuff about the game. Yeah. I carried his records. Jerry B Enterprises. I carried his records sometimes, I wanted to be him, actually, I wanted to be just like him. So another guy, Larry the Legend, his name, he was on a station called WZUU back in the day.
Okay.
And he was the carpet king for a while. Wore a toupee and suits, thick glasses. Rest in peace. But Larry would tell me stuff because coming up in high school as a freshman, I wanted to know how he sounded so natural on the air when reading endorsements and stuff. You know? He just said, just look over it, and memorize what you got. And when you're by yourself sometimes, because people don't know, I had a sort of speech impediment coming up,
Okay.
Some words I couldn't say back in the day, like packages from some reason. Knowledge, or just some crazy, knowledgeable was the word, but some words I couldn't say.
Yeah.
So people would laugh at me when I would read the newspaper out loud in study hall or in a corner just reading the paper, trying to get familiar with stuff, you know. And then it all worked out for me. Mm-hmm. And then those people that laughed at me, now they call me, hey, Reg, tell my son you know me, all that kind of stuff.
Yep, that's how it goes around.
Yeah, it does. So Larry the Legend, Jerry Smoking B, there's a few more. Tom Joyner in Chicago, Doug Banks, rest in peace.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
That
Doug
name
was
that name rings.
When Tom and Doug went on vacation, they only wanted me to do their shows.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that when I was in Chicago. But yeah, man, those are some of my mentors. Help me out with this game.
Man, well, let's do this for them.
There you go. Give it up.
You know what I mean?
Give it up for good people. Real good people.
You got to, man.
Yeah.
The respect is where it's due because look where you're at right now, man. You don't know how much this means to me, but I want to express with you, like, this means a lot, man, that you believe in the message that I'm trying to push.
Yeah.
You believe in me and my team, like, and I know you got a busy schedule, man.
Yeah,
so
crazy
it's like,
busy.
Yeah, man. So for you to take some time out and just be here with me, it means a lot. So
that's good.
But it branches off of those people that were there for you.
Yep. You're the future, man. I see you as the future. So I got to look out. There's an older woman that came to me and said, do you remember me? I was like, no, I'm just meeting you. She said, no, you came to my class at MATC and I interviewed you. I was like, really? I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
And I just forgot.
Yeah.
I said, did you get an A? She said, yeah, I got an A. I said, all right. But I like to do that. MATC, the students, they have a great program for broadcasting and television there.
Yeah.
They have a great program.
Well,
and
Nick behind the camera over here is a product of that.
Oh, man, yes.
And then my editor, visual editor, Steven, out in L.A., he's MATC, man.
They have a great program. It's probably the best in the city. I would pick them over anyone. But sometimes the students will call me and ask me to come interview. So I'll definitely go do that for them. Because they're the future. You never know. Like the older woman, I didn't know she, I forgot to do the interview. Yeah. But she went there. So
you throughout this interview, you little pieces said, you love Milwaukee. What does it mean to you? What like being from here, like what does it,
People, first of all, people ask me, are there black people in Milwaukee? That's one thing. And then another thing they always ask me, it's Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. That's all we know about Milwaukee,
Yeah.
And I say, hey, we got the Bucks, we got the Brewers. What's up? We got major teams. What are you talking about? Yep. Come on now. But this city means a lot to me because I grew up here and I want to see it blow up. We get a negative image. Yeah. Sometimes the violence that goes on is crazy, but we got to rise above that, Yeah. And I always, when I came up, I always had something to do, whether it was music, DJing, or I played in a band. I played in a jazz ensemble at Riverside, the band. I played trumpet. I played bass, drums if they needed me. I can't read a lick of drum music today at all. I never did. But I could hear what's going on. Like I play piano by ear. I play piano, and I have I have about 6 keyboards at home. And just bought this a new Akai 61 key thing. But music, you got to pick up. You got to pick up something. Find something that you are into, photography, whatever. Parents, let your kids do something. Give them something, a hobby or something to do,
Isn't it amazing how the mind works once it clicks with something?
Exactly.
And through this, I've always been, complimented on how like conversations, I could hold conversations, you know?
Right.
And it wasn't until I'm 34 right now. 32 is where I finally was like, we got to do something.
Got to.
We got to do something. I can't keep walking. I got 4 kids that are looking up to me. And,
Yeah.
you know, now they're at the age of just, it has to, I got to show them what life is about. You
Right.
know? And
something has to pop.
something has to.
And you're never too old to do something. Morgan Freeman, one of my favorite actors, he started acting at 45. So, never too old. So,
well, still on Milwaukee, you know, for a lot of people that don't know, you know, Milwaukee is a gritty place to grow up in.
yeah, it is.
So, how did that attribute to you and your success growing up in the city?
I just stayed out of trouble. I stayed out of trouble. Back in the day, coming up, I always had something to do. You know, my mother and father would have me. My father had a stereo system at home. You know, the speaker system and everything at home, the turntable in the living room. That was my DJ gear right there. That was my DJ gear. So as I got older, you know, I used his stuff to do. He had Sansui speakers and stuff like that for the living room, you know. You know, so I would take that stuff and use it at schools or whatever. And when I got older, I replaced everything, you know. I used his albums and everything. So I always had something to do. They wanted to see me win. And you got to be able to see your kids win.
Takes a village.
It sure does. It sure does.
Yeah.
Neighbors across the street would let me borrow albums. You're right.
See?
And it's crazy. I was just with one of the neighbors the other night. Man, you still got my album?
Yeah.
But I took care of them. But yeah, you got to. You got to want to see your kids win. Give them something to do now. And watch your kids too. Never be nosy. You got to be nosy, or else they could be into stuff you wouldn't even know about, you know? Just like the movie Notorious. Biggie's mom didn't know he was selling drugs.
Yep.
She thought he had some white stuff that was old oatmeal or grits in his room.
Yep.
She threw it away. You know, you got to be nosy with these kids because it's a different world now. It's a different generation. They could be into anything. So pay attention to your kids.
Well, it's you know, with the parenting, like my oldest is 13. And I have 2 twins. That are about to be 9.
Wow.
And a little 2-year-old. But for the twins and the 13-year-old, it's twins are coming into their personality. And then my 13-year-old, you know, it's just the whole
boy or girl?
Teenager girl.
Girl, oh man.
So it's like, you know, me growing up a boy, you know, like I've seen we've seen life in a different picture. Right. So it's like, you know, wanting to protect them, you still got given a little spacing, but not too much, and them not understanding. And then, you know, with my oldest, she kind of resents it, how like
my daughter did too.
How I like I am, but it's just because I love you. I love you, and I want to see you succeed. And you know, me and her like are more alike than she knows. Right. You know, but
my daughter just turned 30 on the 30th. So it was her golden birthday. She was in New York doing her thing, her in the weekend. Her and her friend from Chicago, they spent the weekend there. So, man, it's crazy. But I used to hover over her like what are you doing? Who's that you talking to? Yep. Who you riding with? What's going on? Who's that dude by your locker? I was that dude.
Yeah.
But you got to, and she's on a good path right now, too. So.
And that's all you can hope for, man. Yeah. Especially in this chaotic world, you know.
Yeah.
Man, I'm hoping, you know, as they get older, you know, they listen to some of these stories, and because success is defined in so many ways. So, you know, based off of that, what type of legacy do you hope to leave when it's time to hang up the headphones, put down the mic?
Man, never. I'll never put this down, man. If my voice is gone, then I got
Well, I mean, like radio, when it's time to...
Radio? No, I'm going to be on radio forever, buddy. I'm going to start my own station.
My boy!
I'm going to be on everything. Hey, this is Reggie Brown.
I assured you. I just gave the Milwaukee the closure.
There you go. But no, I would like everybody to know that I was for the people person. I want to see people win. I want to see people follow their dreams. A guy once said, his name is Donnie Simpson, he said, always shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, no matter what it is. If you have a dream, stay focused on it, and it will come true, no matter what it is. It might take time. Just have patience. So I just want to see people win, and that's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I am. And that's what I want my legacy to be, for people to know that they can do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm living proof. You know, when I used to DJ these things back in the day, CDs didn't exist. I used to tape all of my songs off the radio.
That's right. Cassette player, turn over.
Man, oh my God. You'd be surprised. And that's how I got my claim to fame. I couldn't afford records in 10th grade.
Yeah.
I got my paper route in 10th grade, but I was making maybe $40, $50 a week. So yeah, I would record songs off the radio back then. I couldn't afford that. You got to find a way to make it. You got to fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You got to fake it till you make it. I was playing song. You might be at the prom dancing, and next thing you know, you hear a radio DJ or a commercial kick in. You know? I didn't catch it quick enough, So, but you got to fake it till you make it, man. Oh yeah.
What advice would you give our inner city youth? Because right now, they give this negative, projection of our city.
Right.
And me and you know that our city is full of potential.
Yeah.
You know? So what advice would you give to our inner city youth growing up right now in this type of time?
Good question. What I tell these kids in school, first of all, follow your dreams. No matter what it is, no matter who you are, you can do it no matter what it is. And another thing I say is to stay away from drugs. Mm-hmm. Drugs will mess you up. I got 2 or 3 stories that I tell these kids that are real life stories, about drugs. And it's all kinds of drugs out here these days. Fentanyl, it's all kind of weed and stuff. One story in particular, I tell them about Lenny Bias.
Okay.
Lenny Bias was a player that was drafted to the Boston Celtics. And before Jordan, he was the number 1 draft pick. He got his hat, he got his jersey, he got everything. Lenny, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get your first NBA check? I'm going to buy my mom a house. And this is the story that I tell kids. Lenny went to a party and tried some cocaine for the first time. It was laced with something else.
Yeah.
And he died. He didn't get a chance to buy his mom anything. And it was a sad, sad story. It's a true story. Len Bias, look him up. Lenbias, Lenny Bias. But it was just horrible. That's another story that I tell these kids. That could happen to them. Yeah. These drug dealers these days, they just want to get you addicted. They just want your money. Yeah. They don't care about you. They want to get you addicted. They want you coming back so they can win. So stay away from them drugs. Stay clear. You never know what's in them these days.
Yep.
So that's something that I tell the kids. Of course, follow your dreams, but stay away from them drugs, man. It's bad. And it's a different world these days, man. Oof. It's all kind of drugs out there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But stay away from them. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Man, well, I will say thank you. Thank you for coming on here. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for the invite.
Man, it's like I'm really trying to give flowers to those that have put on for this city, those that are in the works of putting on for this city, and just, really, really show this next generation coming up. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you, Reg, and again, man, I'm a fan, always will be. Thank you for giving closure that you don't plan on leaving, because you won't.
No, of course not. Yeah, man, I appreciate you for the invite. Where are the chicken wings and stuff,
man? I know, right?
Where are the drinks? And where's the bottle, man? Bro, you give me water, man. That's all I get. No chicken wings, no celery, no.
I got your flowers out in the other room, bro. I give them to you.
I don't smell anything. Where's the food? Where's the wings, the steaks and stuff? I'm just joking with you.
It's all good. But man, thank you again, and let's keep putting on for the city, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite, man.
As usual, man. All right. Well, Spearhead out.